We have a strange little adventure today. We're gonna go look at a sinkhole in this cornfield that is way out there somewhere. This is like a 300-acre cornfield. Well, let me tell you about it as we get going, because I want to get out of this wind. What we're gonna have to do is walk through this cornfield until we find a sinkhole. And unfortunately, I don't remember exactly where it is. I know it's about 200 yards that direction, kind of on a knoll. The thing is, when I saw it in the spring, the farmer was just getting ready to plant this. And I looked at it, there was a sinkhole about, I don't know, 10, 20 feet across. Not too deep, maybe 3 feet. But in the very bottom of that sinkhole, there was a little hole that went straight down. And I could look down in there with a flashlight and see there was a room. And maybe I'll put a link to that original video somewhere here, maybe right now, or at the end of this one, or in a pinned comment. But what I'm going to do today, well, let me back up. I couldn't really investigate that sinkhole at the time because I had to go to the UK to work on a little TV show for about a month. And then I kind of forgot about it. So here we are today in the cornfield, which is way over my head, as you can see. Now, I'm going to warn you one thing. You got to be really careful in cornfields, and I'll show you this. If we see any, there's an insect that actually lives in these things. It's called a saddleback caterpillar. And there's another caterpillar called an Io moth caterpillar. And they're not real big, but they have venomous spines, so that if you rub against them, they really hurt. Now, the saddleback caterpillar, it's venomous strong enough that it can actually put you in the hospital. So I've read. I have been stung when I was a kid many times going through cornfields, and it just really hurts. Normally I would wear long sleeves, but we're not going to. I don't have them on today. But if you see these little bite marks, see how little bite marks right here? That's an indication that they could be nearby. So I'll keep my eyes open for them. And if we see one, we will, I'll show it to you. Okay. One good way to walk through a cornfield is not so bad if you're going like in a row like this, because you can just walk right through it. But if you have to go this way, which we do, what I like to do, I'll take my hands, put my arms in front of me. You gotta remember, these corn leaves are sharp, kinda. They'll scratch you and make you really itchy. They won't make you bleed, but they will scratch you pretty bad after a while. So what I do when I go through a cornfield, I'll take my arms like this, take this arm, and I'll put it in front of me like a snowplow in a V, both sides, and I'll just kind of plow my way through the corn like this, okay? One on each side. It kind of creates a gap for you to walk through so you don't get quite as many in your face, because, you know, the face obviously hurts the worst. So I'm gonna go ahead and use 2 hands in a minute. Unfortunately, yeah, I guess it's gonna be all the way like this. All right. Our goal is not to knock any corn stalks over it and to find the sinkhole. Should be about a 20-foot opening somewhere out in the middle of the field with no corn in it. Well, we kind of got lucky. The corn turned after about 30 rows. Now we can just kind of walk right down, right between 2 rows. It makes it a lot easier. And I have my arms out, kind of blocking the leaves from hitting my face a little bit. We gotta keep going till we hit it. I hope I can find it. Man, it's getting dark in here. Look at this. Stuff's pretty tall, isn't it? That's at least 8 feet. Yeah, we'll just keep going. I have a pretty good idea. We should hit it up here. Well, this is definitely a little harder than I thought it was going to be. I have hit a rock break. If you look, you can see there's some treetops. I know I'm not real close. I went by it, actually. I think that tree, if it's the right rock break, the sinkhole should be back that direction, which is the way I came, like maybe 75 yards to 100 yards up that way. Came right through it, I didn't see it. Now the problem was, when I was last here, the farmer was getting ready to plant it, and he could have filled this thing in, so it may not even be visible. He could have just taken a load of dirt, put it in there, and then planted corn right across the top. I should have brought the drone. All right, so here's the deal. I could not find it, so I came back to the trees that were in the rock break. And when I say rock break, what I mean is just an area of the field that the farmer can't plow and plant, maybe because there's rocks in it or there's trees in it or something like that. So I climbed up that tree up into there, and I could look across the field that way. And sure enough, there's another rock break, which is where I thought I was, where the cave should be, or at least the sinkhole. What we have to do is walk up this way about 30 yards. up past this little stuff here, about to that bush, I think. Then we're gonna go back in the cornfield and just walk a straight line, and we should pretty much hit that little opening. I think it's going to be the sinkhole. It's not very big, but I'm pretty sure it's the sinkhole still going to be there. Just hopefully they haven't filled it in. All right, you ready? I've been out here for like an hour and a half. All right, we're gonna go that way. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put you away. You guys have already seen enough corn. Now, if the breeze dies down a little bit, we might listen to see if we can hear the corn grow, because you can actually hear the corn growing in the summertime. Now it's getting a little dry, so it might not be happy, but if the breeze stops, we'll listen for it. I don't want to get back in there, but we have to. Should be getting close, I hope. I'm hoping I can see the top of that tree where that other rock break is. You notice the corn's looking a lot more pale and dry. See how the leaves are curling up like that? That means it has very little moisture. It needs some rain. We're kind of on top of a little hill right here, a little knoll, which is about where the sinkhole should be. And I guess it's more clayey. It's clayey. I'm looking down the lines, kind of looking down that way to see if there's any openings. Boy, we should be really, really close to it. I can see it either way, but I can't see that tree yet. All right, I'll get back with you in a minute. I'm gonna go toward that tree, even though it might be the wrong direction. It should be up this way. Well, I managed to slice my eyeball with a corn leaf, so it hurts a little. I see some trees right there. That's probably the rock break near where the cave or the sinkhole is. So let's go over there. And once we hit that, if that's the right one, I should be able to find it. Man, we've come a long way. Baby. That was an old advertisement back before most of you were born. Looks like something's been mowing down on this corn. Here's that tree. So if that's the right tree, it should be right over here, not too far. Yeah, roads are in our favor here walking. Yeah, it should be right on top of a little knoll, just up from this tree. I went to the wrong tree, that was the problem. It's hard to see when you're out in that little further. Maybe up here. If memory serves me correctly. Maybe to our right, maybe. Any openings yet? Not yet. Alright. Look how much greener it is over there, so the soil must be better. Let's go up here. Put you away for a minute. Well, I think I might have just found it, but I think the farmer filled it in. Oh no. See, there's a little sinkhole right here, but there's a groundhog hole right there. And I remember they had a groundhog hole on the side of it that went straight down and went down, and it kind of connected to the same sinkhole. That is the sinkhole right there. I'm almost positive of it. Shoot. Okay, I'm going to try to stick the camera down in here because that connected. I'll get the flashlight out and look at it. Man, that's too bad. Unless this is another one. That's got to be the same one. It's got to be. It's right in the right spot. And how many holes like that am I going to find out here, right? Oh well. Yeah, this is the one for sure. I looked down that other hole and it's definitely the one. But, you know, I got to thinking about it. The farmer might not have filled this in because I did kind of throw some stuff down over that little tiny hole. And it might have just washed in naturally. This wasn't a very big sinkhole, if I remember correctly. I'll have to get back at the video, but it was kind of small. So it might still be the hole right there. And it looks just like that, except it's in the middle of that. But let's go ahead and take a peek with a flashlight, and then I'm going to put a GoPro down there with you guys. All right, I think we can. It's a cave cricket. I think we can get a camera down there to be able to see if it's going to open up. You see the walls of this little tunnel are all smooth. That's where some animals coming in and out. Probably not a groundhog actually, because he would have eaten the corn. It's probably a raccoon. All right, so let's go ahead and get the GoPro out, drop her down in there, see what we can see. And if it looks like it's opens up enough, we'll come back and maybe bring a little shovel, dig this out. Yeah, I'm thinking that it just filled in naturally, probably. So again, it's been 4 months now, probably. I think if we dug down about 6 or 8 inches, we'd hit that hole right there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and fire up the old GoPro and drop you down in there and see. We can see it pretty bright. All right, here we go. Hope I don't lose the GoPro. Here we go. Okay, so down we go into the cave. I'm lowering the GoPro. You can see the scratch marks on the walls of that hole. That's when animals coming in and out. Looks like it's just still dirt and mud. Definitely a room down there. You can see it, no doubt. Now, unfortunately, the GoPro is getting kind of hung up on the ledge there. I cannot get it to go all the way down into that room to see how big it is or to see if it keeps going, but I'm just kind of fishing it around, hoping it will go down in there a little bit further, but unlike those flies that you just saw, I don't think it's going to make it down in there. We're trying though, but it's just not going to work. Well, that didn't work so well going down the groundhog side. I could get it down a ways, but I was afraid to like push it down over the ledge because of the way I have my setup. I didn't want to lose my camera. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this out right here. This should be the main groundhog hole, and it's not too bad. I think this is just washed in naturally. I had to put some sticks and stuff over the actual hole, and I think it just collected the dirt. So give me a minute or two, and I'll get down there. I'm sure of it. All right, so we're in business. You can see it's starting to open up right here. Apparently, I must have put a rock or something over the hole, and it's just the dirt's washed in there since then, probably in the rains. That kind of weirds around. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I did. That's right. I remember now. That's why I was over at that tree earlier. You know, where I was looking for the tree, because I'd gone over there when I saw this and found a piece of like plastic stuff. It was like topped to a barrel or something, and I put it over the hole. And that's why it's round like that, but all this is definitely filled in because I didn't really fill it in. So let's go ahead and pull this off of there. There's a rock. That's right. Oh, forgot all about that. There we go. Well, it looks like we lost one little baby corn. Oh, Bobby, look at that. Yeah, we can get a camera down there. Let me grab my flashlight. I haven't lost it already. I wouldn't drop it down the hole. Oh, it's right behind me. We're gonna drop it down this hole. Okay, you ready? It's gonna be awesome, dude. Oh yeah, look at that. So it definitely keeps going down in there. We'll be able to drop the camera in there. We'll take a quick peek and see what we can see. That's just dirt too, so we can dig this out if it looks like it goes anywhere. All right, I'll get you set back up. Just give me a minute. Okay, here we go. Down into the groundhog or raccoon tunnel shaft into the main part of the cave. What I'm seeing here, I can't tell if that's rock or just dirt. That's the groundhog hole that we first put the camera down up to the upper right there. I think it's hung up on that ledge there in the center of the screen. So it kind of looks like it might be dirt walls, which is not a good sign. Rock walls will be much better. There is a passage straight ahead going down. It looks like it might be a little closed up, but that could probably be dug out. I'm thinking that's probably a room that's probably about 8 feet tall or so, and probably 10 or 12 feet across. Not seeing that goes anywhere that direction. Oh, here's looking down from up top. You can see me moving the camera around a little bit, just give you an idea what it looks like up there. I'll take one last spin around the room. Dropped a little dirt down there, sorry about that. So it's just one main room. Again, it looks like dirt walls, but all that dirt, you know, that cavity you see down there, all that dirt went somewhere. So there's a big cave underneath there. It just might be down a little further. I'm going to say that was pretty inconclusive. I tried to look through the camera with my phone, but as soon as the camera went down the hole, it lost connection. So that didn't work very well. And just looking at the viewfinder once I brought it up, I couldn't really see how big it was. Now, I can tell it's definitely big enough for us to get down in there, move around, and probably stand up, but I can't tell if it keeps going. So what we're going to do is we're going to come back and we're going to dig this out down to there. And we're going to go down there and see what it is. See if it keeps going, I guess. Looks like it shouldn't be too hard to dig out. It's just dirt. It's not rock. Yeah, let's do that. What do you say? All right, so we're going to come back, and I'm probably going to do it like in the morning so it's a little bit cooler. We'll dig that out a little bit more, pop down in there, see what's going on. I think it's going to keep going. Well, we'll find out, won't we? Maybe just reviewing this video. I hope it does. Hope it's not definitive that it doesn't keep going. But as long as we can see that it does, we'll come back. We'll see you on the next one, I hope.
Hidden in her dirt or deep in her creek, Mother Earth, she ain't saying exactly what she's saving, where it is or what it might be. Mother Earth, you are my lady, my big round baby. I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She don't care if you're dying or if you're living or somewhere in between.